Zanele M. I'm a qualified business analyst and the managing director for Regenerate Insurance Brokers, an authorized financial services provider. So guys, I think you've seen me a couple of times. We've had a few conversations. And today I have a dear friend of mine, Londega, with us.
Hey.
To just catch up and find out how, with the content and the things we've been talking about, how she's been receiving that and what's her take and how she's receiving the information we've been sending out.
Mm-hmm.
So Londega, how are you?
Hey friend, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm good. So well done. The show is happening, or this feature is happening, and I know how close to your heart it's been.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've enjoyed the content. I've really enjoyed the content. I've enjoyed learning about insurance. I've learned about what funeral policies.
Yes.
I laughed when I saw that we were number 4 in the
Yes,
world.
you are.
For
We are number 4. Guys.
I think most of the money goes to the after tears.
It's the after tears. I think it's the after tears. No, nakhona.
Nenza kakhulu. Yeah,
It's the most.
Yeah.
But I think we have to siqale seke sifakele izibuko lento ukuthi ngempela do we have ukuthi mesithi siyangcwaba umngcwabo ibhili zifika ku 100,000.
Yeah, no. Into esizile is during COVID, nama regulations, where we have now been forced to keep our funerals to 50.
Yes.
And ekhaya ke singcwabile and kungcwabekile actually. We are born all the frills and the things that we spend money on. And is it a must, guys, ukuthi mangabe sikungcwatshiwe kusale kungabi nalutho? Kade abantu bedla kumnandi sine after tears emva kwalokho umndeni usulambile ngempela.
Yes.
Like it really doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But that's what I like what you're doing, because you're actually taking your knowledge back to abantu, and we can have those conversations about bafethu, do we need to do this? Do we really need this?
Is it really necessary?
Is it really necessary?
Yeah.
So I mean, as much as we want to keep what's important to us and our culture, we kind of need to go with the times, and we can't be spending so much on funerals, but not spending so much on investments and other things that you're obviously maybe going to touch in. So yeah.
So I think for me, thinking that I have, like I understand ukuthi ama funerals there is a cultural part where mhlambe ezumndeni sinokuthi make sure niwe ekhaya mhlambe umuntu oyinhloko yomndeni fanele mhlambe siginqe isilwane yabo. Kuyaunderstandeka lokho, it is part of our culture. But khona ezinye izinto guys sithi mase sizibuka sithi okay fine, lezi zinto zinyusa indleko for ifamily. And I think nginokuthi mina at some point fanele sibe nokuhamba sihambe sibuza ukuthi na umndeni ushonelwe as ihlobo nabangani balomndeni umsebenzi wethu ukuthi sizoduduza noma umsebenzi wethu ukuthi sizo-add ama expenses.
Ubona nje kulinda umngcwabo ungomgqibelo bayafika abantu fanele uvuke khona abantu ugcwele endlini fanele uvuke upheke kathathu by the time ufika emngcwabeni abantu laba ozobakhalisa ibona sebekhathele bayimvithi bakhathele kuyangcwatshwa umlindelo
kusebenzwa but to serve abantu abazokududuza.
Exactly, we really need to go back to the fundamentals of why we do what we do. Another topic that you touched on, life cover. And that was very interesting to me. And Bengazi ukuthi there's, what did you say, those two different kind of...
There's limited underwriting and there's full underwriting when it comes to the type of death cover.
So mina ngazi ngani ukuthi i-life policy yami i-limited noma i-full underwriting. Ngicela ungikhumbuza kancane ukuthi konje wathi i-limited iba kanjani?
Okay, so into ongakwazi ukubona ngayo, for example, i-limited underwriting le khathi uyithatha i-product yakhona iyashesha yabo. So for example zikhona lezi inkampani othola ukuthi ungakwazi ukubafonela noma bakufonela over the phone bakudayisele umuthi yes ngiyayithanda icover yakhona singaqeda nje konke over the phone by the time uvala ucingo usune cover in place, right? Nakhona uzobona ngani imibuzo yakhona nje bangangishilo lapha ya limited. So isikhathi esiningi imibuzo abakubuza yona ayidluli ku-8. Right? Kanti la a full underwriting usebenza i-tele underwriting mayibiza nge-tele underwriting webekufonela uthola ukuthi ingathane yombuzo bafuna ukubuza nanokuthi wake wadiagnose nange-cancer yini
walala esibhedlela
walala so bakubuza imibuzo detailed so that's the full underwriting right nakhona enye into futhi ezoba inkomba mawubuka i-limited underwriting ama-premiums akhona isikhathi esiningi ajwayele ukuthi athi xaxa kancane ukubiza ephaketheni ngoba njengoba ngangichazile khona isizathu salokho ingoba they don't abanayo the full idea in terms of how healthy uLondeka is right so uLondeka njengamanje mhlawumbe uthatha i-life cover kanti uLondeka useyazi ukuthi hayilalela sengiyalazi udaba ukuthi ngisele no 6 months mina ukuthi ngiphile uyabo so now le khathi bekubuza ama-questions are limited and there's a chance ukuthi they may not be able to gather that. But the minute benza full underwriting, mathatha amagazi aLondeka bangamphosa bathi asike sibheke ukuthi uyabhema yini uLondeka noma wake wabhema sibakuphosa bathi asike sibheke uLondeka ukuthi in terms of her HIV status ume kanjani. So it affords them more ability to be able to gauge the health status, the risk that the client is, and then they can be able to complete the underwriting process.
There's something that you actually mentioned on that episode. You said, Uguti, no matter what your health status is, you still can get cover.
Yes.
So I think there is a myth out there that if you are maybe HIV positive, you can't be covered or whatever. And a lot of the time, abantu bathatha the limited one. Ngoba bengafuni ukuthi uzothatha amagazi. Kanti what if ngiphila with isifo asisakusayona ke HIV but a risk
any
so
sifo,
a chronic so what can I still get covered and kufanele kuhamba kanjani kuhlukile kwami noma
okay that's a very lovely question because I think it is one of those questions a lot of people sometimes are even afraid to ask. Okay, so first and foremost ngibe nokuthi mina mengidila nama-client ami ngichaza ukuthi ama-conversations naye are confidential. Aphakathi kwami naye. Esixoxayo is not for anybody else who is outside of the equation esinayo, right? Number one there. Because part of it is ukuthi we aim to build the trust. You are allowing me ukuthi ngihandle into zakho mayelana nemali. You are allowing me into your life to know about your health status. So it is a trust issue, okay? So secondly, to answer your question more precisely, whether you're HIV positive, HIV negative, whether you have cancer, whether you have any kind of chronic illness, when you are taking a full underwriting, kuzovela at some point, they will ask you a question ezodinga ukuthi udisclose, right? And I always give my clients advice ukuthi be honest, be transparent, disclose any conditions on now. Because now you have to look at it from inside the product supplier. Lo muntu offerisha the financial products. They have to do underwriting. In underwriting, it based on them understanding i-health status yakho. Because bona ngokwabo bazama estimate ukuthi okay fine uLondeka njengoba for example efuna i-life cover ka 3 million, right? uLondeka uphila kangakanani usazophila mhlawumbe iminyaka emingaki and from that they're able to determine i-premium abazothi sikhokhele every month ke Londeka mosikhokhela u500 rand every month thina sizoyikhava impilo yakho ngo3 million noma sekuthiwa kuyenzeka kushone next week sizokunika lo 3 million because we know ukuthi uLondeka i-status sakho ngokomthetho besila uyabona so whatever chronic illness you may have you can still get cover. You can still get cover. And the part about honesty and transparency and disclosing, it's very important, guys. I think sometimes it's with understanding the minute we are looking at some of my financial products, specifically on my life cover, right? It is a legal binding document. It's got T's and C's. Izinto isayinile lapha ukuphendula kwakho kwithele underwriting isivumelane between wena nale nkampani othatha kuyona le financial product. So uma ukuthi now uyasiphula lesivumelwane, they have every right ukuthi bangakhokheli iclaim yakho. So that's one day. So now uyamagina Londeka so ukhokhe une death cover usuyigcine for 15 years uyakhokha every month ama premiums usuhlelile zonke into zakho zeimali uyazi mekhonto enzeka kumina khona imali ezophuma isiza ingane izodlala la indima uyabona and then you just forget ukuthi eqaleni lapha kwi underwriting process
What's helping?
What's helping them? And should never back send for a nicotine test, got the shoot and they didn't pick it up until But if they should write an autopsy, let's say it's not too long ago after and then there is a death. And they write an autopsy, and I'm a papa unfortunately. Azosho ukuthi hayi ugele bela. Uyabo? So now mase kwenzeka lokho sebayakwazi ukuthi hayi thina sasikunike ipremium oyikhokhayo based on the underwriting process AIT you are a non-smoker, right? So I always say to my clients rather be honest, rather be transparent than ukuthi uluze imali engaka somewhere down the line and then you don't get a claim yakho.
And I think it's not even losing imali in the greater scheme of things. It's losing that perceived security because we get these things for security for our children. So if you're lying, in essence, it's like you're lying to yourself. You're actually not lying to the insurance people, you're lying to yourself.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help inganzako. It doesn't help unkosikazi wakho lo sumshiyile engasazi ebakaze engasazi nokuthi uzothatha inahlanganise nani.
Just, friend, can you just tell me what are the other topics that you want to cover? Because,
So like, as I had said, you know, like this platform, I'm so excited about this project. And it's so close to my heart in the essence, because I just feel like it's such an opportunity to give back and share knowledge. So can be on the same wave, guys, you know. And I think there is no need to no more nasi godly information. As I share information with sonke, sizo simama, ezindle mnyama, sonke, sizo kula, sikwazi ukulisa, security for imindeni yethu. So still coming, we're still gonna drill more into my life risk products. So as we focused more on a funeral, we've done death. But when we look at life risk, there's still lacking the disability cover. There's still about severe illness. So when you will say, why do I need that? Why must I have that in place? So we're gonna drill in more to come on those kind of products. And we'll take it all the way, Londega. I think as an example for us to actually even start understanding what a product is, why I need a product, we also need to understand who the industry, who are the role players, who's who doing what, who's here with there. So we're gonna break down
Okay, no, that's lovely. I'm so excited. Before we wrap up, there's something that is very powerful that I think we need to actually touch on. It's something we always talk about, that we want to be the generation that does not pass on black tax to our kids. And that our parents were focusing on what they were focusing on. You know, and they I mean, some of them were out there in 1976 fighting ubandlululo. Some of them were just battling to put food on the table. But they've given us, they've taken us from where they are. They've given us this much, but we now need to take it to the next level. And I think when we're discussing even this platform, it was like, hey, as our generation, let us leave a different legacy for our kids, you know? And I think that's the direction that we're going. I mean, we have those conversations, and I'm so excited that everyone now gets to tap into your amazing brain and knowledge and find out, you know, what to do. So like, I'm really excited.
Specifically on that, it's almost like you see volume kind of vibe, because it is so important. Like the minute we start talking about my retirement and having some kind of retirement plan in place, it doesn't just mean having an RA, but it's understanding it's a variety of different things. Differently, you know, just tweak kancane in a different manner and start having a different outlook into certain things. I'll give you a usual scenario. Quite often, we've always seen that. You got abazali, basebenza abazali, and isikhathi esiningi angithandi ukuthi nginyuse any form of blame or throw shade on the parents, because I really feel like you know, abazali bethu babe nendima eqondene nabo, which is literally the whole part of freedom yethu for them ukuthi bakwazi ukusenda ezikoleni sibe nama opportunities sifike kuzona now sikwazi ukuthi sisebenze nezinye inhlanga and hold certain positions. They did their part, but with them in that part, in playing that part, there were certain things abangazange babe ne luxury nanethuba to focus on, namely finances, and where our finances come in terms of building a family, building a generation, ensuring ukuthi okay ngiyasebenza manje ngifuna ukuthi ingane zami azingasweli asingalambi ingane zami. But you know, the minute I start something and my kids see that, nengane zeyingane zami ziyokubona lokho. So the minute you start making the change, you are changing the narrative for isibongo sakho completely. And into iqala as simple as ngiyasebenza njengamanje angihlelele ukuthi mase ngiretire one day, I've got something in plan ezokwazi ukuthi ngondle, so that ingane zami will have the freedom to prosper, ukuthi isebenze for their own growth, their own assets, and not ukuthi fanele bondle mina.
Hayi ukuthi nje ngijaha ukuhola impesheni.
Uyabona?
Awuna life cover nje wena ujaha
no,
uyacabanga ukuthi uzokwazi ukwenza inzipho nale pension ya government cha.
Uyabona?
Ufuna ukumaintain your life.
So part of
have
it,
things in place.
So part of it nakhona it goes on, like when you look at our government employees, you could have a pension in place, right? You got your GPF, but then we have to look, it's okay fine as much as econ, but when you look at the value effort, would it sustain you after you have retired? That's another important question, because maybe you might find that you still need to supplement it. You still need more retirement cover in place. So just because it's something doesn't always mean it's enough. So that's a part where you probably reach out to somebody, I understand the scenario, your cost of living, and then they're able to work out, okay, fine. We're looking at you are retiring X amount of years, meaning on a monthly basis, you can be looking at with what you have, was already of X amount on a monthly basis. From there, you're able to see that's enough. If it's not, then you know what God said. So there's very wonderful contents, there's very wonderful information still coming. We are trying to make a change, guys, and I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. It's so close to everyone's heart on this project. And we just hope, you know, everyone out there is, you know, feeling the passion we have over this. They are receiving the knowledge, and they're learning every day. You know, go out there, go to your brokers, go to your rep, ask them the difficult questions, ask them to break things down to you more understand. That's why we're here.
So if I want to find out more about you, where do I reach you?
So to find out more about me, you can visit our website. We got our website there on the socials. We are also on Insta, Zanele M socials. Follow us there, like our clips. We're going to be loading a lot of our contents there. We're going to be keeping in touch with you guys. So it's also a great platform for you to guys to kind of, you know, send out any questions you may have, any topics that maybe you'd like us to touch on in future, so that we can ensure that we carry on giving you content that is relevant, information is on season Makaya. So we're out there. Find us, follow us, tag us, like us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Londega, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Zanele M signing out.